He is part of the Paladin class, which kind of stinks for him because currently you have Heimdall and Teleria stealing up all the emblems. So I don't know how quickly you're going to see him go on defense. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. If you're curious about any other hero in Empires and Puzzles, you can view my website at anchorgame.com. There you will find I've graded every single hero with a calibrated team of graders. This resource will always be free. Thinking about supporting the hero grades and the breakdown videos? You're welcome to donate. Otherwise, feel free to share this resource with a friend. I have my exclusive line group called Anchor Cove, where you gain access to myself and tons of other experienced players with on-demand information and resources. If that piques your interest, all that information is on the opening page of my website with a short video. Let me dive into today's hero breakdown. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. Today we're going to be doing a brand new hero breakdown on Azlar costume. What the heck is going on, SG, when you've got all your heroes wearing other like animals' heads on their shoulders? It's even on the same shoulder. You got like Jafar over here that's like trying to flex on Simba, wearing like a lion head. What's going on with this here? Because we just finished that video on Tyr, who's that Granddaddy Wolverine P90X dude who's got the wolf on his shoulder. What the heck's going on? Let's go ahead and take a look at Beefy Lion Man's stats. He's got 821 on his attack. He's got a 663 on his defense and 1431 on his health. Obviously, that attack is super high, probably the highest in all of the red heroes. I do love that. Nothing else really compares. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It is a free massive turn-based dark fantasy RPG. To try the game out, all you gotta do, go to the video description, click on the special links. You'll receive 50 gems, 1 energy refill, 100,000 silver, and 1 free champion adjudicator. All your treasures waiting for you right over here. But his defense, though, he's keeping up with the whole Azlar theme with having terrible defense. But I do like his health. His health is pretty good. In terms of overall on his stats, they're okay, especially on his attack, but defense definitely needs some work there. He does give the attack bonus, the defense bonus, and the health bonus for getting a new costume, so if you do level up this costume, your regular Azlar will also get a buff. So let's look at his class. He is part of the Paladin class, which kind of stinks for him, because currently you have Heimdall and Teleria stealing up all the emblems, so I don't know how quickly you're going to see him go on defense. You also have Clarissa too, which is in purple. She's pretty good on defense too, so she might be edging out the emblems, so that is one of the downsides to him. Against the Titan though, he is an absolute powerhouse when it comes to his attack power at 821. Like I said before, I don't think I see anybody else that has higher stats than that, so that's where if you're going to put him on Titans, you're going to throw him in on a tile damage hero. As far as his abilities, though, they don't really help out too much against a Titan. You're dealing damage to target nearby enemies, less than 50% health. None of that stuff really helps against a Titan. So this does receive an A grade on Titans only for the fact of having a high tile damage, and that's all you should be using him for. When we take a look at Azlar costume on offense, he does do a lot of different things. What's really cool about him is that he deals damage to the nearby enemies, as well as also dealing more damage if they have less than 50% remaining, and they're also receiving burn damage over 2 turns. So it's almost like a Gravemaker got some steroids and buffed up. However, he's still really slow, probably from working out at the gym, doing too much weight training and not enough cardio. So that's why with him being at slow speed, he does get an A- grade, because that is an amazing ability, but we have a little bit of an issue in terms of his speed. As a tank, Azlar costume is still pretty sweet. He does fit in to where he has a decent amount of health. So if you're going to use him and use emblems on him, you're going to want to make sure that you're going to be boosting up his defense as much as possible to try and round him out and make him be a little bit more centered. He does have an A grade as a tank. If he goes off, he's going to burn out all 3 of your enemies pretty much no matter what. So if you're battling against Azlar on defense, a good hero to use would be Kingston, because Kingston prevents any damage of any burn, so you pretty much nullify anything that Azlar or Azlar costume does. He does get a B grade on the flank. He does have some usage though. I'm not really too big on using slow heroes, that's why it's a B. Same thing in the wing, he does get a B grade there. I don't really like the fact that he's only hitting the nearby enemies, especially being in the wing at slow speed. He was really useful in the wing as a regular costume or as a regular hero, but right now not really that much use in the wing. So an overall defensive grade of A-, definitely has some usage. Probably not going to be my main all-star that's going in, especially for the Reds. Taking a look at his weekly raid grade, he does get a rush grade of an A+. If this guy goes off, he's going to burn out the whole team. It's going to be really bad. There's going to be all sorts of injuries that are happening to your team. You don't really want to be taking too much damage from this guy, especially being at slow. Now he's flipped very fast. He's going to murder your whole team real quick. On a buff tournament, he does get the B grade, mostly because you're considering using him at a slow speed. He doesn't really help or hurt you in the buff tournaments. He's an okay hero there. On Bloody Battle, he does get that A grade though, mostly because he's running at slow speed, so that does leave a little bit of liability there. Otherwise, I do love his abilities. He does get an overall grade of an A-. He's a really cool hero. I do like him on Titans. He's got a lot of fun on offense. I'm not really bringing him on defense. So if you like the content, please make sure you go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check back. I have multiple daily videos of all these hero breakdowns coming out. So make sure you subscribe and check out the content. Thanks so much for watching.